Hi there, Internet. My name's Court, and you've got courtside seats for my review of Inside Pixar. Let's do it. So Inside Pixar is a 5-episode docuseries about Pixar. Now, I've been curious about this thing for a little while now because, like I think most people, I love Pixar. Now granted, they don't put out nearly as many movies a year as a bigger studio, say like Warner Brothers, but you just can't argue Pixar's track record for making darn good films. I've seen some Pixar movies that I like better than others, but I've yet to see a single one that I did not like. Plus, this series is a quick and easy watch. It's 5 episodes. I think the longest one is 15 minutes. Overall, it's probably about an hour. And it's streaming on Disney Plus right now. So the first episode is about Kemp Powers, who is the co-writer of the upcoming Pixar flick Soul, which looks really good. I'm really looking forward to it. And he discusses pitching a scene for the movie set in a barbershop, and how, while it may sound trivial, it's actually a really pivotal scene that tries to convey the Black experience in America. And I really dug it, but as it was the first episode of the series, I wasn't really sure what to expect from the series as a whole. This episode wasn't really discussing Pixar per se, it was more about just this one guy and his experience making Soul. And I started finding myself getting a little bit worried that, like, oh no, is this series just gonna be kind of like a cynical commercial for Soul, which comes out next month? I needn't have worried. As the series goes on, it totally diversifies its topics, covering different movies, creative inspiration, technology, and the studio's culture. It's not, in fact, a cynical commercial for Pixar's soul, but more a look into the soul of Pixar. Episode 2 revolves around artist Deanna Marsigliese, I hope I pronounced that right, and how she comes up with her character designs as well as her tactics for fighting like creative block. Now, as someone with absolutely no ability for drawing, I can draw Batman and Darth Vader, and you'll know who they are, but they won't be very good. I'm always fascinated by people who have like a visual artistic ability. How the image can come into their mind, or how sometimes they don't even know what they're drawing until it's done. I can't even wrap my head around that. The third episode, titled For That Kid, follows artist Stephen Hunter, who, as he puts it, grew up a gay nerd in small-town Ontario, which at the time was not a good thing. He discusses how it took him over 30 years to come out, and how growing up he struggled to find an identity for himself as there was no gay community in his town. And years later, working at Pixar, he made a short film called Out, which is kind of a twist on the Freaky Friday concept, and here with a gay lead, and how he made that film for that kid growing up without an identity. I found it actually really inspiring. In episode 4, script supervisor Jessica Heidt discusses gender imbalance in film. She makes a very interesting point that I'd never even considered, but when making a film at Pixar, every single person is hyper-focused on one specific thing. An animator might be totally focused on texture, or the writer will be totally focused on the dialogue. But in her role as script supervisor, she has to be aware of everything that's going on. And she began finding that there was a major imbalance between male and female roles and representation. And the episode uses a really cool technique to help us visualize the imbalance in a clear and concise way. I thought that was great. The final episode was my favorite of the season, revolving around Onward co-writer and director Dan Scanlon. Now, Onward is not my favorite Pixar flick, but I did really like it. Scanlon discussed how his father died when he was really, really young, and how that served as the genesis for the story of Onward. I found it really, really touching. If you're a fan of Pixar, or you're just interested in the creative process, I absolutely recommend Inside Pixar. Like I said, it's a super fast binge and it's just genuinely fascinating, or at least it was to me. So those are my thoughts on Inside Pixar, and now I want to know, have you seen it? What did you think about it? What was your favorite episode of the entire thing? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe and ring that bell to subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, all that good stuff. Hope you guys are all safe and healthy. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Take care.